Well, we got a lot of great games Friday night for week 3 of the high school football season, including the Mary Persons Bulldogs taking on a team coming all the way from Vancouver, Canada. When looking for teams to fill the season schedule, I don't think Bulldogs head coach Brian Nelson had this in mind.
It's not every day you get to play somebody from another country, and I think this might be one of the first times in Georgia high school history that it's ever even happened. So I think for our kids being able to experience that, something maybe 20, 25 years from now they'll talk about when they get together, and obviously their kids are getting on a plane and flying down here and experience something that they've probably never experienced. You know, southern part of the United States, I mean, that's a long way from Vancouver, you know.
And Coach Nelson is right. On Tuesday, the new Westminster Hyacks football team took the 2,700-mile flight all the way from the Pacific coast of Canada to the Peach State to battle the Bulldogs Friday night.
We started reaching out to different areas that we thought we could take our team to, that we could immerse them in football culture. And let's be honest, when you talk about football culture, Georgia's like top 2 of the list, right?
That's right, Coach. So starting in 2011, head coach Andrew McKinney and offensive coordinator Darnell Sikorsky made it a point to have their team travel to different states every few years to not only play a football game, but create memories shaped around learning different cultures, both on and off the field.
The Pacific Northwest culture is so different, obviously, from the South. And so we want to give, this is a school trip too, so there is some educational pieces as well, in addition to the football. So we're trying to dive in as best as we can, both on the field and off the field, with what you guys have got going down over here.
And the team hasn't wasted time already hitting the field for a couple practice sessions.
Last night, as soon as we got off the airplane, we settled into the hotel for like 30 minutes and then started practice at about 7 o'clock. Tomorrow night, we'll be practicing about 7 o'clock as well. So again, just trying to emulate what it's going to look like on game day as much as possible.
Before deciding to do this all again, the Hyacks were held back in 2020 when COVID hit, which resulted in them taking a 7-year hiatus. The last time they did this was when New Westminster traveled to Texas back in 2017. Now the kids will get to experience a taste of Georgia high school football, ranked among the best in the nation.
I have to tell you, being down here and watching film of Mary Persons, it's a different football speed down here. And we're excited to try it out and get our kids going into it.
From their perspective, I think when you're looking at coming to a game like this, you want to go somewhere where your kids can kind of see what it's like and experience, because it's not like it is in Georgia everywhere in America. You know, it's kind of a special feeling, high school football.
And another thing the Peach State is known for, the higher temperatures, which have been the biggest adjustment for the Hyacks. Even the jet lag didn't stand a chance when it comes to the middle Georgia heat.
This morning, there might have been a little bit, but I tell you, when they walked out of the hotel and hit that first wave of heat and they hit the practice field, the jet lag wore off very quickly, very quickly.
We're adjusting as best as we can. Like, we've scheduled the practices into the hottest periods of the day that we can.
I don't know how they're going to handle all this heat. They had a scrimmage game Friday night, and you watch a scrimmage game, everybody's got stocking caps on, sweatshirts, sweatpants, you know. So coming down here and handling all this stuff, that probably is going to be the most difficult part for them, you know.
Creating new experiences for these kids is what these trips are really all about, according to Coach McKinney and Coach Nelson. And they are happy they could make this experience possible.
They've been to America, the U.S. before, but being all the way south, this is new for probably 99% of our players. To be honest with you, I think for probably at least more than half, it might have been their first time on an airplane. So it was just stepping into the airport, starting the whole trip was the beginning of the experience for them. We just want our kids to do what they do best, go out and do the best they can, and we'll take that as a win. If the scoreboard reflects it at the end, even better. But the goal for us, a win for us on this trip, is immersion into the culture, seeing more, and taking home a lifetime of memories.
Now the team is currently staying in Sandy Springs and visited the Civil Rights Museum after practice on Wednesday, with plans to go to the College Football Hall of Fame and the Alabama A&M versus Auburn game Saturday, before heading back to Canada on Sunday. The Bulldogs will host the Hyacks at Dan Pitt Stadium starting at 7:30.